Hey radio friends, it's Mike, Kilo Echo Zero Victor India Mike. This is the Travelin Ham, and this is Tuesday at Quartzfest 2026. A very busy day. A couple seminars I went to in the morning. One of them was a ham named Marcia, who is blind, and gave a lecture on handicap awareness, which was all very interesting. And, a lot of it boiled down to, having a lot of grace for people who might do things or do things in such ways that are a little confusing. You never know what people are dealing with. One gentleman shared in the group that he had some condition that made it to where he could not recognize faces. That was a diagnosed disability for him, and that was something that you would just think, I don't know why I can't discern faces and recognize people, but that's something that he's had to learn to deal with. So it was pretty interesting. I didn't get into ham radio stuff too much. There's going to be a Handy Hams lecture by Marcia tomorrow, but it's at the same time as a Pico balloon lecture, which I'm on the fence about, but I think my kids might be interested in going and seeing the Pico balloon information. So if that remains the case, that'll probably win out. I'll take them to the Pico balloon presentation and learn about Handy Ham some other time. Maybe somebody else will cover it. We also went to a seminar today let me swing around here and get some desert landscape in here too. How about a sunset? You like that? We also had a lecture by a POTA activator. It was supposed to be a lecture by a POTA activator who had done a number of states, 47, I believe, in 3 months, but he wasn't able to make it out here. We got out here and realized there's no one around to talk about the subject, and he hadn't even registered here and shown up at camp. So we had no speaker, and there were 3 of us standing around, and one says, well, why don't we go all up there and talk? So I got volunteered along with a couple others to go and give some experiences about parks on the air to fill a 1-hour lecture period, which was pretty cool. And we had some folks come up and ask some questions afterwards. Folks that were just looking to get started and had some very basic questions about procedures or equipment and all those kinds of things that a lot of us can answer. But it was good to be able to spend that time with them and get be able to give them some of that advice directly. So that was very cool. Unexpected, but I guess that's the way things go sometimes, and we rolled with it. Luckily, the 3 of us that were up there all like to talk. We all like to share. So, in fact, it was me and the 2 other gentlemen I told you that I'd met before. It was Rick on day 1 and Tom on day 2. The 3 of us were the ones up there talking. I think either one of us could have talked for an hour. So there you go. You never know what's going to happen when you show up for a seminar. Also had a potluck dinner today, which is very cool, and a pet parade where they walked pets up to the front of the group there, and everyone applauded, and whichever pet got the best applause won an award. So that was a cool little thing. It's not all about ham radio out here. I showed you a clip from a cornhole contest. Gordo also led an event today that was a rock judging contest. So people got to go out in the desert and try to find quartz rocks. And they had a little contest to see who found the prettiest rock. So a few non-ham related things here today as well, actually throughout the week. We did have a service come out today. He's circulating around. If you hear a motor whirring in the background, it's a pump. We got a service coming around to pump out RVs today. There's no real great way to dump an RV out here. They don't allow, I'm all gray water here, so I could just let it trickle out, but they don't allow that here in the BLM. So the group has a service that comes on Tuesday and Thursday, and we paid $55, and they came and pumped us out today. I had about 100 gallons of gray water and other fluids in the RV. So we're able to get everything emptied out today. We are good to go. Should be good to go through the rest of the week until we'll probably end up pulling out of here sometime this weekend. It might be Friday, probably Saturday. And then we'll go dump in town, and then I think we're going to go camp for a little while out in Kofa and do some activation from within the park, have the RV actually in the park. That'll be fun. So hopefully that's coming up here next week. Tonight I'm taking the kids to an evening seminar that's about stopping the bleed. Always a good thing to know. And there's a nano VNA lecture coming up tonight too. So some things going into the evening. It'll be a long day. I'm gonna be nice and tired at the end of it. And then I get to dress up this video for you. But this is fun. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll keep sharing for you here from Quartzfest 2026. I'm Mike, Kilo Echo Zero, Victor India Mike. This is the Travelin Ham. See you tomorrow.
Okay, folks, here's the deal.
I'm at the bottom of the Grand Canyon.
This is gonna be a special
One of the most intense trails.
This is the operating station.
That's a bear.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
The traveler has
I just do things.
It was a huge, beastly, bulging man. Plates were from Kansas.